Welcome back to the channel. Moparman 1978 here. Another update video. Went up this morning, my day off, Friday. I think he guesstimated it was probably around almost a 300-mile round trip to pick up a item to go along with to make another part for the rat rod, I should say. Anyway, let's go take a look here. Go down here, and here we are. We got the rat rod frame here. It's we took the original section on the back. Here's the buggy spring laying underneath here to keep the frame up off the ground. And they redid the front half, and they went ahead and put the suicide spring perch on there to lower the front end, make it even lower so it's not sitting up real high. And then they used some very thick box tubing, and whoever did this really did a really good job on all the seams. Real good quality welds, no birds, what I call bird shit splatters, pardon my language. Boxed everything in really good. And but anyway, this is the front end. So this part here would go underneath here, and then this part here would go right about here. And then what I'm going to end up doing is taking this. They got a kit, you can dissect this wishbone piece here and split this up, so on the end of this it would be capped, and then it's got one of those fittings with the eye that pivots on the inside. I don't remember the correct terminology for it, but the kit comes with all the hardware. And then once you get those cut out and you put the eye pivot fastener on the end of it, that piece actually goes to that bracket right there. It hooks up to that bracket. And so what I'm going to end up doing is, this is like 5 on 5.5 bolt pattern forward. And what I'll do is I'll use the forward front drum brakes, and then use wheel adapters, good quality wheel adapters, not the cheap Transgo or whatever ones. And then use some modern steel rims. Well, it'd be Ford or Dodge, later Dodge steel rims, 15-inch. And go from there. And then there's just some other odds and ends I got to do out here, but yeah, 150 bucks for this. This is a heavy duty. Kick that out of the way. The buggy springs kind of ruined, one side's twisted, and pretty much what that's good for is dissecting all these leaves and heating them up, flattening them out, and then making knife blades out of them, or machete blades, because they're thin enough that you could use these as a really good quality survival blade. You could do that because it's really good quality spring steel. And before I forget, here is the front buggy spring. I'm going to be getting a new one of these, because this part here, the square part on top, actually goes underneath, and then the straps go across that, and vice versa. Then let's see what else. Yeah, they also sell aftermarket buggy springs, even ones that are, like I said, chrome plated, if you want them to look really fancy smancy. But we're just going with a true low budget rat rod or hot rod, whatever you want to call it. Some people don't like the word rat rod, but anyway. So yeah, 50 bucks for the whole front end, 150 for the heavy duty frame. This is more than plenty, like my friend Jim said. That's more than plenty for this slant 6 and 904 transmission setup. And then what I'm going to do is, I think it's Pete and Jake's, he said. Maybe even Speedway Motors offers a kit that connects the buggy spring to any rear end you want to use. Fairly cheap. I just have to have, even though I've got good welding skills, my 110 welder, I don't want to, when it comes to suspension stuff and frame stuff, I'm not going to use it. I'll pay somebody that's got it's a really good welder and has a really good welder themselves, and I will have them weld up the brackets on whatever rear end I pick. I could even pick a slant 6 rear end, a 7 1/4 rear end to put under the back of this, and it'd be fine. Same thing with some of the stuff on the front. But anyway, there's that. Just wanted to let you know that slowly but surely. And then what I'm going to do is, if it's still available by February of the new year and everything's going well, no catastrophic stuff or biblical stuff going on that's gonna, end of the world type stuff. I'm gonna get that sedan body and set it on here. And this frame, my understanding is from when Jim looked at it, is only long enough to accept a T-bucket body on here, or a pickup truck body, and with maybe a little pickup truck box on the back or something like that. So that sedan body, it's a 28 or 29 one, and it's got no doors according to the what I saw on the photos. So he said, why don't you just shorten it up, not have any doors, and just maybe you put like a little step pipe or underneath the side, or you could step up on a tube or a little, kind of like a side rail sort of thing, and hop inside the bucket and drive it around, that sort of thing. But other than that, I want to get out of that area back there, because nothing but mosquitoes. Even though I sprayed heavily a couple days ago, we've had the return of the low 90s again, and whatever was out here, it burnt it all off, and mosquitoes returned. So, but I did some of these tires here. I did spray the inside. Every time I spray the yard or whatever, I do spray the tires. But anyway, there's that. Still looking. I got some leads on a slant 6 truck oil pan. So we can get that. I guess I didn't realize, even though there's plenty of them out there, they're rare. Most of them are still on engines people are using or saving. Very few of them. I mean, I couldn't even find hardly a photo of one on the internet, let alone any used ones for sale. But luckily there's some that do, through my connections on Facebook, through different groups and stuff. Some people have them, but they're in other states, so I might have to send off some money and buy one. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I haven't got the, because of the works all over the place work schedule, which I think before too long I'm going to nip in the bud, because I gotta get stuff done. Not only these project vehicles, but there's other stuff around the property that needs to be done, and I can't do it with this asinine work schedule all over the place. And then, once I do get a day off, is the weather going to be nice, or is it going to be pouring down rain, or is it just going to be like, so hot you can make yourself sick out here, get heat stroke, stuff. Anyway, found some set of Silverlight pistons, board 30 over pistons, brand new in the box. The whole set, $160. If I do anything, once I get the 318 taken out, gone through, cleaned up, check the journals. Hopefully none of the journals and stuff like that are ruined. And if not, put some fresh bearings in after everything's cleaned up. New rings, some better quality rings like Hastings or something like that. Some of the stuff I've already, like rehashing. Some of you guys already know that. It's for the newbies. This is what I'm talking about. Putting a little bit more radical cam in that 318, and then dropping it in this dart to get the dart running. And I got a buddy that's got a good used running 904 for a small block to drop in this for 50 bucks. So, but yeah, and also we thought, somebody said I shouldn't have mentioned this, but it did look like possible sabotage to my engine. But dealing with the damage to the head gaskets and stuff, how they were defective. My buddy Jim showed a professional engine builder in the area the photos I took up close of the pistons, and he said it was all those pits and scratches and stuff like that that looked like it came off of the piston was due from coolant hitting a hot piston top, and over a period of time coolant leaking in there, and I guess mixing with the metal from the piston and whatever, it was causing some type of, besides heat, chemical reaction or something. I don't know. I'll probably ask the guy so he can explain it better, but it gradually caused like some type of pre-detonation or something, and over a period of time, and one piston just decided to give completely out with a hole in it, and the other ones are on their way starting it. So yeah, I don't know if I should contact Felpro about how their head gaskets ruined my engine. But another dumbass that lives in the area flying past the house, his little rice burner. But anyway, yeah, so we'll go from there, one thing at a time. So, and then of course in February I get my profit sharing check. I got all the the two carburetors dissected and cleaned out. Now they're just waiting for rebuild kits, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So rambled on long enough, and until next time.